Next question for practice on your journal entry. Journalize the following transactions in the books of MS Whipple Brothers for the month of April 2016. So write on top books of MS Whipple Brothers. Okay, starting with the first point. Purchase shares of Tata Power Limited rupees 10,000 and paid brokerage rupees 120. So one point important to note here is whenever you purchase any asset, so expenses to bring that asset to be put to use needs to be capitalized. So here see you have bought shares for rupees 10,000 and paid 120 for the brokerage. So brokerage account को अलग से नहीं दिखाना है. The cost of shares will be 10,000 plus 120. That is 120 दिया क्यों? एक एसेट को पिक्चर में लाने के लिए दिया आपने. So 10,000 plus 120 will be cost of your shares. Same way take an example. एक फर्नीचर खरीदना होता. So फर्नीचर खरीदा 20,000 में और वेजेस दिया 1,000 टू पुट द फर्नीचर इनटू यूज या इंस्टॉल करने के लिए 1,000 रुपीज दिया. तो फर्नीचर का कॉस्ट 20,000 नहीं होगा, 21,000 होगा. ऐसे नहीं कर सकते कि फर्नीचर में 20,000 डालेंगे और 1,000 वेजेस में डालेंगे. दैट इज रॉन्ग. वेजेस वर पेड बट व्हाट वाज द पर्पस? इट वाज पेड टू इंस्टॉल द फर्नीचर. सो 21,000 total will be the cost of furniture. So this was the explanation that will be helpful in your exams. Let's do point number 1 now. Purchase shares of Tata Power Limited 10,000 and paid brokerage 120. Some asset is coming into picture. Shares of Tata Power या आप investment बोल सकते हैं जिसका cost price मुझे है 10,000 plus 120. So the entry will be shares of Tata Power, or investments are coming in. So alternatively what you can do, investments account debit with 10,120. All expenses relating to asset to be brought into picture need to be capitalized. Okay. So investments or shares in Tata Power account debited, and what will you credit? जिससे पैसा दिया है either through cash or through bank. So to cash or bank. 10,120. So the entry is purchase Tata Power share is your narration. Purchase Tata Power shares. Okay. Now moving on to point number 2. Paid telephone bill of proprietor's house rupees 500. Now I will as a business pay only my business expenses. I have nothing to do with the proprietor's house. They are drawing. So entry will be drawing account debit. Drawings कैपिटल का अमाउंट हमेशा क्रेडिट होता है. सो ड्रॉइंग कैपिटल में से पैसा निकला बाहर आया और कुछ अमाउंट बाहर निकला तो कैपिटल क्रेडिट. सो ड्रॉइंग डेबिट. नाउ पेड बिल ऑफ proprietor's house, that is not expense of business. So drawing account debit 500 to cash. कैश बाहर गया था to pay this proprietor's bill. So drawing account debit to cash 500. Being proprietor's house telephone bill paid. Proprietor's house telephone bill paid. Okay, moving on to point number 3. Personal income tax paid 4,000. Now tell me one thing. Personal income tax is on income of the proprietor. It has nothing to do with business. Business is not liable to pay income tax of the proprietor. So again, if business is paying, that is drawing in the books of business. Okay, so the entry will be drawing account debit. $4,000 to cash account, and narration will be proprietor's income tax paid. Proprietor's income tax paid. Point number 4. Transferred rupees 20,000 from private bank account to proprietor to business bank account of Whipple Brothers. Okay, means from private bank account you have taken out the money and put it into the business. So it is nothing but introduction of new capital. So once Whipple Brothers का बैंक अकाउंट में पैसा आया है, बैंक अकाउंट increases, bank is my asset, it is increasing, so bank account will be debited. Bank account debit 20,000. Money has come in bank account of Whipple Brothers. My asset is increasing, bank balance is increasing, so bank account debit 20,000. And why this money is coming into business? Because in a way it is introduction of capital to the business. So bank account debit to capital. $20,000 money brought into business is your narration. Okay, moving on. Point number 5. Wages paid 4,000 in cash and 5,000 in check. Expenses है wages. Expenses account always debit. So wages paid. Wages account will be debited. And see, 4,000 is in cash. So cash is going out. So credit cash to cash account. How much? 4,000 is going out. So 4,000 is in credit and 5,000 by check. So to bank account 5,000, and total expenses of wages 5,000 plus 4,000 comes up to 9,000. So wages paid. Now come up to point number 6. Purchase goods from Manju worth rupees 20,000 and 10% trade discount and 5% cash discount. Paid 1/4 amount in cash and 1/4 amount paid by check. Pay attention. It is simple but then it looks complicated. एक line पढ़ो, working करो. Okay? So purchase goods from Manju worth rupees 20,000. सबसे पहले purchase है, so purchase account will be debited. उतना लिख के रखो. Purchase account debited. Now the question is by how much? See, 20,000 का goods खरीदा. Let's do the working here. 20,000, but 10% was trade discount. So your trade discount here, 10% of 20,000 comes up to 2,000. So let's करो trade discount. Now 18,000 is your total purchase. So 18,000 will be my purchase. ट्रेड डिस्काउंट हम बुक्स में कभी रिकॉर्ड नहीं करते. सो नेवर रिकॉर्ड ट्रेड डिस्काउंट इन योर बुक्स. 10% ट्रेड डिस्काउंट को हटाया. उसके बाद क्या है? and 5% cash discount paid on 1/4 amount in cash and 1/4 amount paid by check. 1/4 plus 1/4 means half. Half amount is immediately paid in cash, उस पे मुझे 5% डिस्काउंट मिलेगा, एंड हाफ अमाउंट इज स्टिल क्रेडिट, उस पे मुझे कोई डिस्काउंट नहीं मिलेगा. सो जस्ट डू द हाफ. हाफ कैश है एंड हाफ क्रेडिट है. सो 18,000 का हाफ 9,000. 9,000 into 2 is 18,000 and 9,000 is credit. So credit does not have any discount. Now come up to cash. Cash का 5% discount है. So 5% cash discount. 9,000 into 5% comes up to 450. So 9,000 minus 450, 8,550. And of that 1/4 amount in cash and 1/4 amount by check. तो ये half है. Half का 1/4 means again half. इसका मुझे half मिला है कैश में and half मिला है चेक में. So 4,275. Okay. So what my entry would be? See, purchase account debit 18,000. Out of that 9,000 is totally credit. So I'll credit किससे लिया है? मंजू से. So to Manju. Purchase goods from Manju. Half of the goods of 18,000 were credit. So these has been taken from Manju as it is 9,000. Now remaining balance I have paid, but how? Half is paid in cash, half is paid in check of after deducting 450 discount. So 2 discount. Got discount, that is discount received. How much discount is received? Total cash discount received 450. Look here. Okay. So 450 is your discount received. And now after deducting the discount received, you get 8,550. उसका आधा कैश में पे किया है, आधा चेक से पे किया है. So to cash 4,275. 4,275 and half is paid through check. So to bank account 4,275. Okay, this entry needs practice and you should try and solve such questions so that it is comfortable for you in the exams. So your narration will be being purchased goods from Manju. Being purchased goods from Manju at 10% trade discount and 5% cash discount. Okay, this was the solution presented to you by aforaccounts.com. Let's move to the next question.